And welcome back to me channel. Unless you're new here, and then just welcome. Me name is Rusty, and this is me channel where I talk about my favorite movies, mostly horror, and my favorite music, mostly metal. And welcome to my February 2026 update. These are all of the Blu-rays. Yeah, I didn't get any DVDs, unless they came with Blu-rays. So I didn't get any DVDs this time, but this is all of the Blu-rays that I purchased and received during the month of February 2026. And we're going to start off with just some regular releases. This is Suspect with Cher. Now this is a new printing, so this has been unavailable for a very long time. And now you can finally get it on Blu-ray. I really love Cher's movies. I've got them pretty much all, I think. Moonstruck, Silkwood is my favorite Cher movie. Come Back to the Five and Dime is my second favorite Cher movie. I even like Burlesque. The only Cher movie that I do not have, do not want, didn't really enjoy was Mermaids. And that was only because, it's just not my kind of movie. The subject matter, it just didn't do nothing for me. And so you can be someone like Cher and still, cool, I'm like that with all stars. Like there's a Jennifer Lawrence, I'm a freak for Jennifer Lawrence. But she's got a couple movies like that Joy movie. And I don't really like the premise of one of her new movies where the parents hire her to deflower their kid or something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just not my kind of thing. But yeah, I love all of Cher's movies. I've got the Australian boutique remaster of Mask. So I'm a freak for Cher, and this is one that was missing. And now, a couple months ago, they did a reprinting and a re-release of Cher and Dennis Quaid in Suspect. So I am very glad to finally have this in my collection. This is a little indie horror movie called Ganymede that I really liked the trailer. I thought it was very interesting. I'm really interested to see it. It's a movie about this guy who is gay, but he has parents who are extremely evangelical right wings, and something about they claim a devil is after him. It's all that stuff. And it sort of manifests. So, yeah. This is one of my favorite sci-fi horror movies of all time. This is The Hidden with Claudia Christian from Babylon 5. She plays Ivanova from Babylon 5. And of course it's got Kyle MacLachlan in it. But this is a sci-fi horror movie, and I've had it on DVD for a long time, and now I'm finally able to get it on Blu-ray. So yeah, that's cool. My favorite James Dean movie, of course there's only 3, but if you have to rank those 3, East of Eden is my favorite. James Dean, Julie Harris, Raymond Massey. But I can just sit and watch this movie over and over and over. I absolutely love East of Eden. Now, that doesn't mean that I do not absolutely worship Rebel Without a Cause or Giant. I love both of those too and can watch them over and over, and I do have them as well. But yeah, to get East of Eden on Blu-ray is really cool. So yeah. I wanted the restored, expanded, uncensored edition of Spartacus, because the stuff they cut out. I wanted one that had it. So yeah, I finally got the original Spartacus with Kirk Douglas So that was cool. It's a little movie that interested me with Tom Hardy called The Bike Riders. I guess it's sort of a little suspense, drama kind of thing. Austin Butler. I either just got another movie by him, or I have one in this. I think I have one in this update. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted this little biker movie, drama, suspense. This is a little. I really like open water kind of horror. That takes place on boats and ships and stuff like that. The reason I wanted this was because when I saw it and I read about it, it reminded me, not the same story, but similar. There is a movie called Dead Sea, and I have it as well. And this kind of reminded me of it. So it's a different setup, but it's very similar. So I wanted this. You know, like Dead Calm. Remember Nicole Kidman in Dead Calm? I like movies like that take place on boats and sailboats and ships and stuff. Thriller horror movies. And this one looked real cool, so. And Miss Carter, she watched it and said that she liked it, so it was okay. This is a sci-fi movie called The Colony. I love the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. It's a very, very interesting looking film. And it's my kind of sci-fi. So, very glad to have it. I finished up getting all the 4K Blu-ray digital code remasters of the original Star Trek films. I finished it up with Nemesis, so now I have them all. And we're good to go. Moving on to some more recent releases. Like I said, with the movies that I just got in a few days ago, I finally have all 20 of my top 20 horror films of 2025 list. There was a couple that only just got released. So they just came a few days ago. So I can finally start putting together my top list for 2025. It's going to be a top 20 horror films of 2025 because I think that 2025 was an absolutely fantastic year for horror. It has been one of those years, horror is kind of like back in fashion or something. It's our turn again. There were so many good horror movies that I thought were good anyway. I think 2025 was a great year. This is Beast of War. Beast of War is a new shark horror movie, and this one will definitely be in my top 10 of the 20. I guarantee it. This is a fantastic movie. It's a few minutes too short for my taste, but I think it's only like 87 minutes or something. But this is one of the best shark movies since Jaws. There have been some really great shark movies. Bait. And then, the Australian one in the grocery store. Bait, Open Water. I like all the open water movies. I like all the Deep Blue Sea movies. Yes, even the second and the third one. 48 Meters Down, The Shallows. There's a bit, and I like Shark Night. Believe it or not, I like Shark Night a lot. And up until this, I considered Shark Bait. There's a movie called Shark Bait, not to be confused with just plain bait from Australia. But there's a movie called Shark Bait. That movie was like in the top 5 since Jaws. And until this came along, it was like really at the top of my list for this decade. But yeah, Beast of War. And what's interesting about this is we finally have another real shark. It is not CGI. There isn't any CGI in this movie. They have a real shark, like Jaws, a practical shark, and it is a scary one. They did a fantastic job. Scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? This movie is absolutely fantastic. It's 1942, and it takes place when a boat is sunk in World War II, and the survivors, which are Australian boys, they are then stalked and picked off one by their version of Jaws. It's practical, and I can't, it's great. I picked up, I do like the John Wick universe. I don't know whether I'll like this or not. I haven't watched it yet, but yes, I grabbed Ballerina just for the hell of it. I do like these kind of movies, and it should be alright. Josh Hartnett in Fight or Flight. It's like that, the train movie with Brad Pitt. That's what I was told this is like. It's like that. Bullet Train. And so yeah, I kind of like movies like this. I do like Josh Hartnett. Ever since Halloween H2O, you know what I mean? And what was the other one? Wasn't he in Not Disturbing Behavior? The high school one? Oh, shit, I've got it. Yeah, there's that guy. Austin Butler. This is Caught Stealing. Like an action drama kind of thing. He was in that Bike Riders, yeah. And now, yeah, so I did get 2 from him this month. Caught Stealing. This is one of the ones that I had to pick up for my top 20 horror list, is Bone Lake. So that knocked one off my list that I had to get. This is Begonia with Emma Stone. Such a strange but very, very cool movie. But it is like wild beyond belief. Very glad to have it. Got it with the slipcase and all that jazz. And moving on to some boutiques and specials, I finally got around to getting the original I Spit on Your Grave. I do have this on DVD. And I sort of just rode with that for a while. And then there it was, the opportunity to get it on Blu-ray. It is one of my top 5 vengeance movies of all time. I absolutely love I Spit on Your Grave. So, yeah. Got it on Blu-ray. Now I'm all happy. This is the remake. The remake was toned down too much for me because, if you're going to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? However, there are a very, very lot of good kills and this is the special steelbook. I do have the 2010 trilogy on DVD. But the third one's okay, but it doesn't really thrill me. My favorite of the 2010 trilogy is 2, I Spit on Your Grave 2. That movie is in my top 5 vengeance of all time. But this is okay, and it's cool to get the steelbook for it. And I do like the remake. It's just a little too toned down for me. If you're going to do something like try to redo this, you might as well give it as much controversy, you know what I'm saying? Trying to pick up a little stuff from the 80s, this is a little cheesy horror film from the 80s. This is Mountaintop Massacre. Please do not disturb Evelyn, because she already is. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. This is a Vinegar Syndrome release, as indicated. It does come with a reversible cover, or 2. No, I think it's 4. Is this the one? Yeah. This one actually came with like a huge amount of choice. It comes with 2 case, so you actually got 4 to choose from. You've got 4 pictures to choose from as to how you want to display it. And And of course, you see which one I chose. I chose this one out of the 4. So a little better release than I'm used to from Vinegar Syndrome. They have very blah releases, not the films, the packaging. Severin is still the worst. They ask you for a lot of money for nothing. No, I don't. I'm not even sure if I have got a Severin film that came with lobby cards or a reversible cover or anything like that. So yeah, Mountaintop Motel Massacre. Checked off another 80s classic slasher horror film. Does it say when it was released? 1981? Is that what it says? The camera doesn't want to cooperate. Yeah, 1981. Mountaintop Motel Massacre. This is a little film from Kino. Is that right? Yeah, Kino Lorber. This is Sebastian. It's a little drama. It's a little drama film that I was very interested in. This is Poison. I remember wanting this for a long time. This is Kino Lorber as well. It is a 3-film anthology. So very happy to have it. This is from Artsploitation. I've got a few of their releases. This is The Dead Ones. High School is Hell. Yeah. So it looks cool. This is the Criterion Collection. This is their remaster of the original Straw Dogs. I actually like both of them. I love the remake of Straw Dogs, but this is the one with Dustin Hoffman in it and Susan George. So I was very, very glad to get the Criterion remaster of Straw Dogs. This is a Brad Dourif movie. Is this from the 80s? No, it's 90s. This is 1994's Death Machine, starring Brad Dourif. So that was like a really cool little find, an addition to the collection. It comes with 3 different versions, like American Theatrical, which of course is cut to hell. Then you have an international director's cut, which is 122 minutes, and then some other cut that is 106 minutes. I'll give you like 3 guesses as to which one I'm going to love the most. So, yeah. Who did it? Kino Lorber, Studio Classics, Death Machine. And finally, we end with a very nice release from Arrow. This is another, like I told you, I'm trying to pick up some classic horror. This is Hell High from Arrow. Comes with a booklet. So you get a nice little booklet about the actors and the production of the film. Typical decent Arrow release, even if it's not one of their gigantically expensive limited edition box sets. Even their regular releases can be pretty cool. Nice booklet, Blu-ray, and a really cool, nice, sturdy slipcase. And that does it. That is my pickups for February 2026. Very, very happy. with the selection. And I will see you in the next thing I do. I really am busy with the band, and I am trying to make time to do my film stuff. I think once we got all of our back catalog, because we've got like 10 albums from the last several years. And now that I'm learning how to remaster and all, getting them onto YouTube and stuff like that. Once I get some of our back catalog up and out, of course, now we're on Spotify and Apple Music, and our first album is on Spotify and Apple Music, and what else? YouTube Music. Anyway, so that happened like last week or something. So it'll be a while, you don't want to flood them, but, we'll get our stuff on to Spotify and stuff. And I think once I get, more of our back catalog up, I can rebalance myself. Of course, we're still making new music, working on a new album and stuff like that. But once I get that kind of stuff, like more of it out there, I think that I'll be able to like balance the life back again. But thank you very much for taking the time to check these out. If you have any of these or anything looks interested, please watch some trailers and tell me what you like, tell me what you don't care about, and tell me anything new that you've gotten. You can let me know if you've got an update video so I can go and check it out. And I will see you in the next thing I do. Bye-bye. Oh, and always remember and never forget, you're a very special person, no matter what anyone else tells you. Rock on.